What a mess. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, this is sweaty. This is hot. Ew, of course, it's like separating.
I'm not meant for small spaces.
This one's definitely taking the cake.
This is my first look. How'd she do? Holy smokes. That looks...
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarah and my husband's name is Andy. We are Destination Desert and it is project day. We've got several things that we need to fix on the camper. Ew, of course, it's like separating.
It's so sticky. Oh my God.
And I bet you he tried taking it off and it didn't work.
And it was being a mofo, so he went, or he just did it to taper it. I don't know. But yeah, this is
nasty.
Oh yeah. Of course we left our metal one at home. The joys of having your stuff at a storage unit. You always forget something.
Mm-hmm. Nasty.
What a mess. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, this is sweaty. This is hot.
Well, I don't care about that.
I do. It's tight spaces. It sucks.
Well, we're making some progress, but this is freaking brutal. All this leftover stuff in the laminate. Oh my, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long while.
Because we decided we definitely don't want carpet. We don't want linoleum because we don't want to deal with this again if there ever is a leak. And we don't want to do planks because those can pop apart and we just don't want to deal with it. If you really wanted to put in the time, you could like sand it down once we get all this garbage off and like stain it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose like 20 pounds doing this. Cause it's
Yay!
It's kind of like a hot box. Working in here, there's not much of a breeze.
No.
Our shoulders and arms and hands are gonna be smoked.
Yeah, we just got started on this.
Oh. Where's a lighter? I need a match.
So this is exactly why we love having power stations, because we wouldn't have been able to do any of this if it wasn't for All Powers sending us some power stations. So that is awesome. Thank you, All Powers, once again.
So you know how it goes. One thing always leads to the next, and we are absolutely doing that here.
So this was the old nasty carpet right here that was on this step, which was right behind Sarah there. And we're like, if we're gonna be doing the floor, I'm not gonna leave that nasty carpet up there. I'm not meant for small spaces.
This one's definitely taking the cake.
Did you say cake?
Yes, I did.
All right, well, let's get at it. Yeah, I mean, it's like... So we finally got the toilet off, but I had to cut the line because there is no way in God's green earth that I was able to get back there and get those off. So I guess we're going to be crimping something on later, but whatever. Got to start somewhere. I don't know why so much water was coming behind that toilet. I mean, obviously that.
It's gotta be.
Why would that be wide open?
I don't know. Very, very puzzling.
I don't get it. So here's our toilet flange. Obviously, I got this plugged up so we don't have to smell sewer. We might as well replace this rubber gasket. But what I don't get is there's that hole in the back of the toilet, and obviously water hits the wall, comes down, goes underneath the flange, and then drips down below. But this flange is not meant to be watertight for, like, in a shower surface like this. You know, it's supposed to be watertight for the toilet. So why would that toilet have that cut up like that is baffling me. And this is from a guy that was a union journeyman plumber for 10 plus years. So it just doesn't make any sense. This should just be flush on the ground. Just like it is here. It should just be flush like that all the way around. But we got this big lip right here.
Maybe we need to look up some toilets.
That is so weird. Yeah, we're gonna have to and see how they're cut out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe this was someone set this toilet. Who knows? And
because it definitely doesn't look like it was broken.
No, it's not broke. It's cut out that way.
Yeah.
For sure.
So maybe it was meant for something else?
I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. I mean, I've never dealt with camper toilets, but I've dealt with a lot of other regular house toilets, and I've never seen anything like that. So look at our floor. We just did a ton of sanding, a ton of scraping. It's looking pretty darn nice, but a lot of work. Do not move your foot, babe.
Okay, it's a lot of work, a lot of backaches and pains, as probably many of you know who have done projects of the sort. But hey, the finished product, oh my goodness, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to be done. Ooh, she be dark.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Kona is dark.
Holy smokes. It doesn't look that dark on the can.
No, it don't.
That might work.
Look at that.
Yeah, that definitely is what has to happen.
That's awesome. Look at that.
Oh, that looks pretty.
Ooh, that's pretty. Good idea.
Yeah, we didn't want to paint it. We don't want to do carpet. We didn't want to do linoleum. We're like, let's try staining it and clear coating it. So we're going to keep tackling this, and we'll show you when we're done, guys. Wish us the best. It looks like Sarah's going to have brown fingers.
Hey, it goes with my maiden name, Brown.
Yeah. So Sarah is working her way back. We did have flaws in the floor like this, but we were really nervous to use wood putty, and then it changed the color of the wood. So we're just going with it. We're gonna go over it, and then we have a 3 times thick polyurethane. So we'll let this dry probably overnight. I'm sure Sarah will be over here tomorrow. We're just like that. We can't let things go. We gotta get them done right away. But anyway, we're gonna put that on. It's really turning out good.
A Kona stain. Ooh, does she look pretty. But it's a little dark.
A little darker than we thought.
Yes, indeed. So we are going to try and do a light sand over the top of it to bring back out the wood tones and see what that potentially looks like. Here's where we had that nasty carpet on this little step up to our bed. So the one side was really sticky, couldn't get that off, and it doesn't have the nice wood grain in it, but we used the stain on it again and it looks really nice. So I think we're just gonna leave it. I don't think we're going to sand this at all, and I think it's gonna turn out really nice. All right, time for the polyurethane. Oh, it's milky. All right, so we're putting on the polyurethane on the floor. We have several areas that have nicks, so we don't know if we're gonna have to go over this, several times or just what, but we're gonna do the first layer and see how it goes and just keep going from there. Oh boy, is it looking good. Feels so nice. There's definitely some spots though. I mean, you can see some nicking. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a good glare from the light coming in.
This is the original floor. So, I mean, that is pretty impressive. I mean, it's a nice plywood. I think it's turning out awesome. So,
it's beautiful.
yeah, it's really cool. So we're going to throw a couple more coats on there and just keep coating it because we can't go camping anyway, and just get her as thick as possible and durable as possible.
Yeah, because we don't need to be catching our socks or getting slivers in our toes in any of these little spots.
It looks cool though.
It does.
Well, let's get after it.
Okay, so I heard all this squawking noise while we're trying to fix the plumbing in the toilet, and here at the storage facility is a pretty lovebird. Can you hear him? Yep, we hear you. You are so pretty. Come home with me. You can be my pet.
All right, so it is toilet time. We got to get this toilet set now that Sarah finished this floor. Here's the back of the toilet. I cleaned it all up nice and so this was on the back of our toilet, which I understand this is probably here to bleed, drain the system, but how are you supposed to disconnect these? I mean, there's literally that much room back there. But anyway, so I decided I'm not using that anymore, and I'm cutting that off. We're going to do a nice little smooth cut here, because I didn't have this width.
Yeah, we used like a kitchen knife.
Yeah, I used a kitchen knife. So I am just going to do a compression PEX fitting here. So we don't need that. And then this, I can tighten on ahead of time so I don't have to get back here once the toilet's set. And then we're going to put a valve over here, and then this can tie into the valve. So I wanted a shut-off valve just because, why not? It's an easy way to disconnect the toilet if we ever have to disconnect it again sometime, instead of crimping it. Because if we crimp it, then we got to break that crimp ring, and that can be a pain in the butt because there's no room in there. Mm-hmm. And these crimps, I mean, they expand a lot. So if you're in a tight spot, they're hard to get in there. That's one thing I like about this one. You can adjust this. One is to clamp the ring, and two, if you flip it, you just spin it. That cuts the ring, kind of.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's, if you ever get a crimp thing like this one's the way to go. these can be, see, this is why I didn't want to try to do it behind the toilet. Obviously. Leave about 1/8 of an inch there. Alright, so that's on there. I can put my hose on there. You don't need to put any pipe dope or anything on there because these have rubber gaskets inside the hoses. You can if you want, but it's not necessary. And they don't need to be very tight. We're just going to snug her up. I don't ever plan on having to take this off back there.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Well, don't have to. Because this fitting will go over to the valve.
Oh, gotcha, I see.
So then if I ever have to pull the toilet, that's why I wanted that valve there. I can unthread it from there on the right side of the toilet and not try to have to do what I did before and try to undo this. Because you couldn't get wrenches back there. It was impossible.
Yeah, it was a huge conundrum.
So now, our gasket looked okay, but I got a new gasket anyway. That's what's going to press against the toilet bowl flange and seal that up. So we're going to put our valve on. We got our crimp ring. Put our valve on. I'm going to leave it a little long because this can push in and out, and I'd rather have a little more slack if I need it. But see, this is why I wanted this valve here, so I can shut it off and I can unthread the toilet from here, and then we have another supply coming off here that I'll show you what we're going to do here in a second. And a trick too, like this, you can use like your floor as another hand to get your crimp ring where you want it. Like that. So we're going to attach our hose. We put an adapter on there. Probably could have done this first, but that's alright. It's all good. We're just going to get that snugged up. And we did silicone around this whole thing, except for right here. I left that open just in case water were to hit the wall, come down. It could possibly seep out of there if it gets trapped, but I siliconed all this because there's just no rhyme or reason to why it did that. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that was way too much of a flood going down under there.
Oh, there is just like minimal room in here.
Yeah.
So on our valve, we had that second adapter. So I decided to put a little sprayer. We got that siliconed up there on the wall because we don't want to screw into the wall. And then our little shower hose will sit there and it'll be a little bidet. So I figured, why not? Since we got the toilet off, let's have another spot to put a little bidet there. So that should work good. We're done. We're going to get out of here. I'm sick of working on the camper.
So as you can see, we are back at it again. We took the camper camping just a few days ago and found another small leak in one of those fittings in the back end of the toilet. So, we're gonna take it off and figure it out from there.
Pulling this one was way easier than pulling that first one.
For sure. And what we found when we were camping just a few days ago was there was water in the bottom of our shower, and we think that it was
Yeah.
leaking right from this area here.
So I replaced this with a fitting so I could have a thread. And then when we reinstalled it, it was leaking up here. So we're just like, at this point, we're just going to get a new toilet.
Yeah, and you were kind of thinking of replacing that part that was up there, but of
Yeah.
course,
I didn't order it.
we didn't.
And it was leaking. So I'm like, by the time we spend $30 on that part, let's just get a better, taller toilet with a foot flush and
Yeah.
move on.
Hopefully it fits. Fingers crossed.
Always got to be careful with the plastic. It makes me nervous.
Wow, that looks really amazing. That toilet's going to be tall.
It's quite a bit taller. And we didn't even know this about this toilet. Check this out. Slow close.
No way.
Sweet.
We are glamping
Yeah.
now.
So I don't have to hear you slamming the toilet lid at 2 in the morning.
Oh, I don't do that.
Sweet.
Woo!
The cool thing down here is now we have our foot pedal, where before we had to reach up over there with our hands.
Yeah.
And you can see with our shower, it's going to be out of the way. It's not going to be in the way at all.
All finished. Can't wait to take it out and camp. Try out the bidet sprayer again. I know Andy's done the bidet, but I haven't yet. So he said it was pretty powerful, and it'll be great to even just clean the toilet, you know, when you're done
And
with
it's
everything.
bidet.
Is it bidet?
No, I'm
It's
kidding.
not. It's bidet. We so appreciate you hanging out this long with us and going along with this whole renovation, fixing the floor, fixing the toilet. We so appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. We love hearing from you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Hope you learned some stuff. And if you have any tips, throw them our way too. It's a learning experience. So we'll see you in 7.